تشكرون وسخر لكم ما في السماوات وما في الأرض جميعا منه إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, it is Allah who subjected to you the sea so that ships may sail upon it by His command, and that you may seek of His bounty, and perhaps you will be grateful. And He has subjected to you whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth, all from Him. Indeed, in that are signs for people who give thought. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Excellencies, honorable dignitaries, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of the Center for Pakistan and Gulf Studies and the entire CPGS team, I welcome you all to the one-day National Conference on Maritime Security in the Indian Ocean, Prospects and Challenges. And thank you for taking the time to join us here in this important venture. Today's event has been organized in partnership with the German Foundation, Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, and the support of the National Center for Maritime Policy Research. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to introduce CPGS. CPGS is a leading non-partisan research institute undertaking research on global security, geopolitics, peace building, and conflict resolution. We aim to promote an alternative perspective in advancing the cause of peace through policy analysis and direct engagement with decision makers in government, civil society, and academia, assess emerging trends at regional and global levels, and devise strategies for addressing possible future challenges. The Center regularly conducts seminars, workshops, roundtables, and conferences, and hope to make substantive intellectual, academic, and diplomatic contributions. We hope to harness the immense potential for increasing cooperation in the region to attain peace, security, and economic development. Today's event is a part of the Center's project on maritime security and hopes to facilitate a conversation within policymaking circles in Islamabad on the current and upcoming challenges within this particular arena. As no such effort is complete without the input of our civil society, placed before you all is a recommendation form for any recommendations, comments, thoughts, or suggestions you may have on the discourse during the course of the day. Our program will begin with opening remarks by President CPGS, Senator Seher Kamran, followed by a brief welcome from CAS, Resident Representative Dr. Lutz Feiwager. An overview of the geopolitical kaleidoscope in the Indian Ocean will be presented by Dr. Azhar Ahmed, HOD Humanities and Social Sciences at Behriya University, Islamabad. And finally, we have the honor of having Pakistan's National Security Advisor, Lieutenant General Nasir Khan Janjua, as our keynote speaker. I'd like to invite our panel to the stage, please. Senator Seher Kamran is an elected member of the Upper House of Parliament of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan for the term 2012 to 2018. She's an academician and a practitioner in the areas of regional and international defense and strategic studies. In recognition of her services to the field of education, her philanthropic work, and from promoting Pakistan in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Senator Kamran has the honor of being awarded one of the highest national civil awards of Pakistan, the Tamgha-e-Imtiaz, the Medal of Excellence, in recognition of her contributions. She's also the head of the Center for Pakistan and Gulf Studies, and as president, she has effectively contributed in streamlining the debate on international, regional, and national issues of contemporary significance. She has been an eminent speaker at various platforms for social, educational, and defense-related issues, and has actively participated in a number of national, regional, and international forums, conferences, seminars, and workshops. I'd like to invite Senator Seher Kamran to the podium for the opening remarks.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Respected Lieutenant General Retired Nasir Khan Janjua, the National Security Advisor of Pakistan, Excellencies, Honorable Parliamentarians, dignitaries, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, may peace be upon you all. On behalf of the Center for Pakistan and Gulf Studies, it's my proud privilege and honor to welcome you this morning to our one-day national conference on maritime security, challenges and prospects for Pakistan. Today's event is an important milestone in our center's continuing efforts to anticipate challenges that may be faced by Pakistan in the near future, which relates to our vision beyond the current peril. Maritime security is one of our flagship projects. It is a step forward in our common pursuit to create awareness on subjects of critical national importance. The day-long intellectual discourse will help us deliberate on key issues to help drive solutions for comprehensive and timely policies. Through the discourse today, we hope to formulate some important recommendations for a forward-looking national maritime policy which reflects to our hopes and aspirations for a promising and prosperous Pakistan in a safe and peaceful world. We are privileged to have amongst us Lieutenant General Retired Nasir Khan Janjua, the National Security Advisor of Pakistan, as our keynote speaker. My profound regards to you, sir, for sparing your valuable time and being with us today. We are really honored that you are here to grace the occasion. I would like to take a moment to extend my sincere appreciation to our distinguished speakers and chairs and look forward to their invaluable and insightful contributions to the deliberations. I am also glad to note the presence of the honorable Parliament members and my colleagues, and honored to have among us ambassadors and senior diplomats, as well as galaxy of experts, opinion leaders, military officials, our respected colleagues from the academia and officials from diplomatic missions, parents, present among the audience today. I would particularly like to note the presence of the Ambassador of Spain and Senator Azam Khan Sawati. Your participation today reflects the importance of this subject and the need for a candid discussion on it. Last but not the least, my sincerest gratitude to Conrad and Dinner Stiftung CAS for supporting CPGS in organizing this very important conference and joining us in our endeavors for promoting peace. I am especially thankful to Mr. Lutz Fiwager, the resident editor of CAS office in Pakistan, and CAS team for extending their wholehearted support and cooperation every step of the way. Distinguished guests, I am certain you are all aware that the seas have historically been the gateways to prosperity and survival of states. For centuries, the oceans have facilitated the vast majority of global trade and communications, and this remains true even today. More recently, we are witnessing a reprioritization of maritime borders and trade routes, and a resurgence of competition for influence and control in international waters. Increasingly ensuring the protection of resources which lie beneath those waters is becoming as significant as defending a country's land-based borders. The resource-rich area we are here to discuss today is not only the world's third largest ocean, covering an area of approximately 73.5 million square kilometers, but also houses about a third of the global population, connects 1/4 of all land mass, in addition to housing 3/4 of the global reserves of oil, iron, and tin. Which is why, before we move forward, I must share with you a thought that strikes me time and time again, and I do believe is of great relevance, particularly in light of recent developments. The thought is regarding the name of this ocean. During the course of research, I have encountered some very valid and logical arguments suggesting that the term Indian Ocean is a misnomer, a misleading name, and it should instead be called as Afro-Asian Ocean. The briefest of inquiries into the matter will highlight how the name and its implications have been a matter of concern for many littoral states, and with good reason. From a geopolitical or even simply a geographical perspective, the name Afro-Asian seems to be more pertinent for an ocean that not only touches the Indian coast, but also the entire east coast of Africa, which is 4,000 miles in length, the south coast of Arabia, which is 720 miles, the western shores of Iran and Pakistan. On the east are Malaysia, Indonesia, Australia, with a coastline of 2,400 miles. Besides, there are a number of islands in this ocean. I am fully convinced with the perspective and would like to promote it further by incorporating this change of name in our recommendations as well. Therefore, I would like to utilize this more appropriate term during the remainder of my remarks. So please allow me this liberty. So can I have your permission to now read? Because I strongly believe that Afro-Asian Ocean is the most suitable name for this ocean. Located at the strategically vital heart of Arabian Sea, Pakistan holds an important position amongst the littoral states of the Afro-Asian Ocean. Furthermore, it has been blessed with vast maritime resources, and after a 6 years review, with the landmark decision of the United Nations Commission on Limits of Continental Shelf in 2015, extending Pakistan's seabed territory about 50,000 square kilometers, the scope of these treasures have been further extended. However, to date, we have not been able to tap into these natural resources in the seabed effectively so as to put them into a good use. Ladies and gentlemen, the potential of the connectivity Pakistan offers is far greater than we have probably realized. The extension of continental shelf and initiation of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project have magnified opportunities for us to leap into a promising future as a regional economic hub. The scope for regional trade is also expanding exponentially under the One Belt, One Road initiative and the operationalization of a deep sea port at Gwadar. This is our opportunity to effectively become the gateway to the Afro-Asian Ocean for the landlocked countries of the Central Asian Republic and the western regions of China, and if we are adequately prepared, perhaps even to a step further, to establish ourselves as a trade hub for extra-regional countries and regional organizations like the SCO and ECO. There is a little doubt, therefore, that maritime security in the Afro-Asian Ocean today is a subject of vital national importance. As global debates around the parameters of security continue to evolve, maritime security remains a relatively under-emphasized arena, particularly within the policy-making circles in Islamabad. For a country whose security concerns have traditionally been focused on countering land-based challenges, a certain blindness towards the seas remains a significant obstacle. With the rapidly changing regional dynamics and evolving security paradigms that have seen a renewal of global interest in the Afro-Asian Ocean, this is a luxury that we can no longer afford. Ladies and gentlemen, having recognized the challenge, it is similarly important to acknowledge that managing maritime security is an arduous endeavor. It requires cooperation between all stakeholders and states. The sizable presence of major extra-regional powers in the Afro-Asian Ocean has always been regarded with very eye by regional countries. However, it is the support and encouragement of one major power towards the development of naval nuclear capabilities by one littoral nation of the Indian Ocean that is threatening to disturb the regional stability by promoting hegemonic designs in the maritime arena, thereby becoming a concern for all regional states. There can be little doubt as to who these actors are, when similar concerns have recently been playing out in the more traditional strategic stability conversations in the region as well. The aspirations and ambitions of our belligerent neighbor, when combined with the United States Asia Pivot strategy, become a challenge not only to the states towards whom these policies are directly aimed, but also for those who consequently became sidelined or fall through the cracks by virtue of not being significant enough. India's plan for a blue water navy, its introduction of ballistic missile submarines and nuclear powered submarines in an arena that does not yet have very strong dispute resolutions mechanism, not only heightens the possibility of nuclear escalation, but also creates new space for hegemonic coercion by a self-appointed net safety provider. Distrust arising from such developments will be the stigma to economic growth and prosperity in the region, and will not be contained to Asia, but will also impact the African and Middle Eastern regions, and by extension, perhaps even the Mediterranean. It is no wonder then what Pakistan has time and again categorically opposed by any plan which could damage regional stability. Ladies and gentlemen, the century has rightly been dubbed as Asian century, and attaining this potential future demands the 3 C's: connectivity, cooperation, and communication. Pakistan is highly cognizant of the potential these upcoming opportunities are bringing to the table and the challenges that come with them, and foremost of which is maritime security. Tackling any challenge requires constant vigilance, and one as sensitive as maritime security in the Afro-Asian Ocean demands even greater attention. It gives me immense pride to highlight that to date, Pakistan Navy has successfully thwarted any and all challenges threatening security of our maritime borders. Our Navy may be small, but it is well equipped and effective. However, the need of the hour is the vision to foresee upcoming challenges and prepare for them in line with pre-identified national interests. We need a comprehensive and long-term maritime policy to tackle both traditional and non-traditional threats ranging from piracy to terrorism to the nuclearization in the Afro-Asian Ocean by a littoral state. It is for an open and candid discussion on these issues that we are gathered here today, and I greatly appreciate the presence and look forward to the active participation of all our audience members. I hope the day's deliberations will both inform and facilitate us in chalking out comprehensive solutions to the challenges we may face in the near future. CPJS will also be taking this opportunity to present an initial series of policy recommendations in the concluding session that we believe should inform our nation's maritime policy. In this context, as well as we greatly value the suggestions and input of our august participants and firmly believe that this is only collective efforts that our great nation can achieve its true potential. We have placed recommendations form before each of you to add any thought that you believe will help move the conversation forward productively. As you listen to our distinguished panels, I request you all to take a moment to write these thoughts down so that they may further strengthen the policy paper we hope to produce. Once again, I thank you all for joining us here today.
Thank you, Senator. Our next speaker is Dr. Lutz Feiwager, who is currently the head of the CAS office in Islamabad, Pakistan. Prior to his posting in Pakistan, he was posted in the CAS section on scholarships and cultural activities in the Berlin headquarters, Germany, from 2015 to 2016. From 2013 to 2015, he worked as a project manager for 2 different companies in Germany. He's also worked as a researcher with the Parliament of North Rhine-Westphalia, Düsseldorf, Germany, from 2011 to 2012, and has worked with the European Parliament in Brussels, Belgium. Dr. Feiwager has a PhD from Heinrich Heine University, Düsseldorf, with a special focus on international social politics in the aftermath of the Great War, connected to the ILO in Geneva, Switzerland. I invite Dr. Lutz to the podium.
Honorable Senator Sarah Kamran, Lieutenant General Nasir Khan Janjua, Dr. Azhar Ahmad, Excellencies and our most valued guest, Assalamu alaikum and a good morning. On behalf of the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, it is my privilege to welcome you all to the one-day conference, Maritime Security in the Indian Ocean, Challenges and Prospects for Pakistan. I would like to start by congratulating our cooperation partner, Senator Sarah Kamran, and the entire team of Center for Gulf and Pakistan Studies for taking this timely initiative. It is heartening to see such a diverse audience, expert speakers and panelists under one roof. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic for today's conference is more relevant today for Pakistan than it ever has been before. Pakistan is on a trajectory of growth, development and progress. The advent of the China-Pakistan economic corridor supplements this success. Pakistan is now an emerging market with increased foreign investment and creation of export-import bank and prospects of new industries. Many regional and Western countries, including Germany, have displayed an interest to work with and invest in Pakistan. Therefore, the topic of Pakistan maritime interests becomes extremely important. The Indian Ocean, that's how we called it till today, we may have a change there, but till today it's called the Indian Ocean, is the 3rd largest ocean of the world, but perhaps the most significant out of the 4, in terms of its strategic and economic importance. Historically, the Indian Ocean region has been the center of exchange for cultures, religions, peoples, and goods from East Asia to East Africa, shaping the contemporary world the way it is today. Not only has the Indian Ocean been a center for exchange, but it also endowed with vast amounts of oil, gas, and mineral reserves, making it an attractive source of natural resources for both the littoral and periphery states, and also for extra-regional powers as well. The Indian Ocean is home to some of the world's most strategic choke points, such as the Bab al-Mandeb, Strait of Hormuz, the Suez Canal, and the Malacca Strait. These choke points play an important role in trade, security, and politics. With the process of globalization and intra-regional economic connectivity, importance of the Indian Ocean region is gaining significance with the passage of time. Almost 1/3 of all global trade is carried out through the Indian Ocean, and about half of the world's container traffic also passes through it. The Indian Ocean has thus become an arena of competition and cooperation between the major powers of the world. The rising powers of the world, such as China and India, find themselves exerting influence and racing for domination in the Indian Ocean, whereas the superpowers are reforming their policies to remain relevant in the region. In this environment, it is now up to Pakistan to carve out its role in order to fully utilize the maritime advantages it has due to its strategic location. It is essential that an effective policy focusing on the security and safety of the sea lanes and water bodies, including both the domestic and international waters, is devised and streamlined on a regular basis. The Gwadar deep sea port presents many opportunities, not only for China and Pakistan, but for the entire region and beyond. With these opportunities come many challenges such as piracy, trafficking, maritime terrorism, narcotics, and gun running, which need to be addressed. Pakistan must look out all the regional stakeholders and move towards forming multilateral security mechanisms and to ensure the safety of sea lanes and of communication. This brings me back to our conference today. During the course of the day, we will discuss regional trade and the law of the sea, as well as the maritime security in the Indian Ocean and the prospects and challenges that will arise for Pakistan. I am hopeful that our distinguished speakers will enlighten us with their presentations, views, and ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung. KAS is a political foundation from Germany, affiliated with the Christian Democratic Union Party headed by our Chancellor Angela Merkel. The foundation is funded by the Parliament of Germany with an aim to promote democracy, rule of law, and dialogues. We have offices in more than 100 countries around the world, which undertake projects in more than 130 countries. Our engagement in Pakistan restarted in 2008. Since then, we have undertaken several projects with various local partner organizations, like CPGS, on important national, regional, and international issues. These are, among others, prospects of regional integration, countering violent extremism, and promotion of democratic practices. We have also conducted several trainings and workshops for members of parliaments and parliamentary staff of Pakistan with the aim to strengthen their capacity as representatives of the people. In addition, the KAS office in Islamabad has facilitated several exchange programs for high-ranking officials from Pakistan and Germany. We have played a spearhead role in the formation of the Pakistan-German Parliamentary Friendship Group. At Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, we have for many years put a focus on strengthening the Pakistan-German relations, and I am glad to see that this remains our constant focus. Our office here in Pakistan will continue its efforts in bringing both countries together and highlighting issues which are close to our hearts. I sincerely hope that this year will lead toward the continuous dialogue and exchange about this crucial world region. I am looking forward to some fruitful deliberations and discussions. I wish you all a highly successful and interesting conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lutz. Our next speaker is Dr. Azhar Ahmed. Dr. Azhar is a PhD in Peace and Conflict Studies. He has a long academic and research experience. He's heading the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences at Bahria University, Islamabad. Dr. Azhar is associated with a number of national and international think tanks, including the Asia-Africa Development and Exchange Society of China as a distinguished researcher, the Institute of Policy Studies as a senior research associate, and the Corbett Center for Maritime Policy Studies at King's College, London. He's also on the Board of Studies of Pakistan Navy War College. He has a number of research publications to his credit. Dr. Azhar has traveled extensively and is regularly invited for national and international seminars and conferences. His areas of interest include peace and conflict, Indian Ocean, China, and maritime. In addition, he keeps an eye on contemporary issues of national and international importance. Dr. Azhar?
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. General Nasir Janjua, Senator Seher Kamran, Dr. Fiveger, Admiral Asif Sandila, Ambassador Akram Zaki, Professor Chima, a very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. It's indeed a privilege for me to be in company of such an august audience, and I'm thankful to Madam Seher Kamran for providing me this opportunity and also for making my job easier by such a comprehensive introductory remarks, so I can be more selective in my